Well, howdy pilgrims, this is Denver coming to you from the Blinking Motorcycles workshop. So recently we had a customer order a WILBERS WESA shock as a replacement for his rear shock that comes out of his 1200 Adventure, which he said was a bit tired. Well, this is his bike here, as you can see, the good old air-cooled 1200 GSA. Love these bikes, good old solid piece of machinery that is, and that is going to be ready to have the new shock installed. Okay, so what happens, this is the Wilber Shock that we ordered from Germany. It's called the WESA shock, WESA, and there is the shock strut and spring. What happens is that gets married to the rebound damping unit, the electronic rebound damping unit that comes out the bike, as well as the electronic preload unit, which also comes out of the motorcycle. Those are part of the OEM fitment kit in the original shock. Okay, so we have to strip the original shock and marry those parts up to the Wilber Shock. Right, the customer sent us the shock as a separate unit. Why is a separate unit? Well, this is it. As you can see, commonly known in the industry as a cataclysmic failure. The shock actually broke in half. Yeah, there's half of the remains, and the rest of the remains actually ended up stuck inside the ESA preload motor and pretty much destroying it along the way. So yeah, there's going to be some major recon work done in the process of getting this back together as a workable unit. Fortunately for the customer, we do recon condition ESA motors here at Blinking. As you can see on the bench here is one stripped, ready for recon. These are the various units that it carries, and these will all get new seals, and there is the new electronic motor which controls the preload damping inside the motor itself. That'll get assembled and then married up to that shock, and hopefully we will have a working unit that'll go into his lovely motorcycle and he'll be back on the road. Yeah, as I said, we've got some miracles to perform, so let me get to work. Have a good day, folks. Okay, so the R1200GS Adventure shock is now assembled. It is now coupled to the BMW ESA hydraulic preload motor, and of course we've got the shiny new Wilber strut and the matching spring. Now remember, these are made in the factory in Germany to the customer's ride and weight specifications, so it is basically now a tailor-made shock. We've also coupled the rebound actuator, the BMW rebound actuator motor, so the shock is complete and ready to go, and we have stripped the bike, as you see. Okay, and it is ready to receive the shiny new Wilber Shock. It is soon going to be running and running well. Right, folks, we have the R1200GSA Adventure now mounted with the fabulous new Wilber Shock. As you can see, it has been calibrated on the computer, which is something that you have to do whenever you mess with anything electronic on the BMW CAN bus system. Okay, the beauty about the Wilbers, as we mentioned before, is the only system that works in conjunction with the BMW OEM settings, so you have the same controls off the same button. Right, let's just bench test it quickly. Okay, so you've got your normal, your sport, and your comfort settings, which are your three rebound settings on your ESA shock. Then we go to one helmet, press and hold. Then obviously one helmet plus luggage, and then two helmets. And if we pan down quickly to the shock, you'll see it physically preloading as the motor works. As you can see, the spring is now slowly moving downwards as the ESA motor, the BMW ESA motor preloads into the spring. And that is what gives you the extra preload. And then of course you have the small mountain and big mountain settings as well for when you go off-road. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our bike fitted with the fabulous Wilber suspension from Blinking Motorcycles. Ciao.